Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Day 8 of marriage. So it's time for the honeymoon to end, and it's time for everybody to go over to the shared apartment. Lauren and Orion finally meet up with everyone else, and it's time to head back to Denver. So Lauren is looking sad, and he's looking like Orion. And so he gets in front of the group acting like everything is okay. Sir, you basically said you wanted a divorce and you hated her guts and that she was a racist, aggressive black woman. So why are you acting like everything's fine? Like, you might need to be evaluated. He's always trying to play the good guy in front of everybody. I told y'all he want to look good on TV. So Lauren is saying that there are so many ups and downs that she can't really keep up. So Claire asks Lauren, what are you guys going to do? She said, I don't know. We have irreconcilable differences. Here he go. No, not that. It's just like there are topics that we've seen differently. Anyway, on the way back to Denver, Cameron and Claire are actually walking side by side. Child, he ain't running past her. I was like, okay, good job, Cameron. I'm proud of you. So they get back to Denver. Shoo, honey, they land and whatnot. Everyone is getting to the shared apartment. Now, I cannot believe that Lauren even went to that apartment because I would be on the I-10 by 10, baby. I would be at home. Okay, I don't know what Orion gonna do, but he got to get the hell out of here because I'm gonna be in my house. Child, I wish I would go to that shared apartment with him. Moving forward, Emily and Brennan. Baby, this took a turn. So they sit down, they start talking. He looking like he just is so spaced out, like he's having an outer body experience. She's telling him that they just need to bring in their necessities and just a few little things to make it feel like home. So they discuss how they feel finally living with someone. Emily tells him, if he needs a minute or two to decompress, they both have their own places and they can just go back there for a spell. He's like, I'm going to have to go home and clean up and, I'll be back in a few days. Let's reconvene in a few days. Reconvene? No, sir, that's not how this works. I thought that when you got married, you lived with your spouse. So then he gets in his confessional. He's like, yeah, we've been together 24/7 and I've noticed that I felt drained. So I just need to go home. Aren't you the one that said no matter what, you aren't divorcing? It's through thick and thin, sickness and in health, till death do you part. And you were heavy on the till death do you part. You cannot keep separate places forever. What exactly drained you? I'm not buying it. I feel like you heard over that joke that she made and you're in your feelings. Let's just be real. I think that flipped a switch with you. You have a short fuse and something ain't right. He is a grudge holder. You trying to mimic your parents, but baby, that attitude is not it. You think you gonna last as long as they did acting like that? Claire and Cameron. So Cameron and his Daisy Dukes. I said, look at Cam, got them thighs out. Cam and his Daisy Dukes and Claire, they sit down to talk. So she's telling him she's nervous about living together, but she knows he's not that nervous because he's lived with someone before. He says, yeah, I'm less nervous, but my situation was different. The person that I lived with, we also lived with their family. Oh, absolutely not, honey. I could not do that. I need to be an adult and do adult things whenever I feel like it. I don't want to be chaperoned. I couldn't do that. I barely could do a roommate in college. I was like, oh, child, do I have to share? I'm just the kind of person, I need my solitude and I need my space. It would never work for me. He said he's not nervous, but he is worried about if he starts to get on her nerves. So they start to discuss how they're going to handle it if they do get on each other's nerves. She says she going to nip it in the bud right away and she will make it be known that you are getting on my nerves. He said he wants to wait until he can't take it anymore. No, thank you, Cameron. That's not going to work because that builds resentment. Go ahead and get it out. Let's have a conversation about it because we don't really know each other that well. We've been thrown into this situation and we might have to talk about some things. Maybe I put the toothbrush in this place and you don't like that. Like, these are things that you need to talk about because if you want your marriage to last, you can't just wait until you explode. Tell her because it's going to be a mess. Moving forward, Lauren and Orion. So Lauren in here looking around talking about, I like the new digs. Ma'am, it ain't all good in the hood. What are you even saying? What are you even doing? Girl, please get a grip. So she was like, yeah, on the plane ride home, my husband, he had a flip and he had a change of heart and said he wanted to do a hard reset. You aren't a damn MacBook. We will not be doing any hard resets. If he want to reset, he need to reset his ass back to the drawing board because something is wrong with him. Please leave that man where you found him. He is double-minded and that's not going to work. Plus, you're letting him control your emotions. Girl, please, talking about some hard reset. Absolutely not. Oh, no, ma'am. So they're talking, but I kind of tuned them out when they were talking because I'm exhausted by this roller coaster that is Orion, and I'm not even matched with him. I didn't want to hear him speak. I didn't want to look at his glasses. I didn't want to look at his long giraffe neck. I didn't want to look at his ponytail. I didn't want to look and hear Orion. I didn't want to hear. Baby, he done pissed me off. I did not want to hear anything that he had to say. Now, I do know that he left to go back to his mama's house with a pizza, and she went back to her place. He is being toxic and unstable, Lauren. Okay? I know you want this to work, but stop trying to make fetch happen, baby. It's not going to work. You will never be able to get comfortable. He wants a reset after seeing them other couples. That's what it was. And he's playing it up for the cameras and playing in your face at the same dang on time. Please leave this man where he is. Becca and Austin. So he and his hats are talking about the things that they need. They want to bring over some real, flowers and whatnot. And Nintendo 64 is definitely at the top of the list. He said he wants to leave his at home because his is trash. Now, I don't know much biology. Don't know much about chemistry. Don't know much about science books or however that song goes, whatever they be saying. But I know dang on well that a system is a system. And people take very good care of their systems, especially something as vintage as a Nintendo 64. So you saying that you want to keep your Nintendo 64 at the house because it's trash is giving bullshit. Okay, cut the crap. You just want to leave yours at your place just in case. And you ain't fooling me. Now, none of these husbands are into moving in together except Cameron. And that's only because he happy it's just them two, honey, and not the mama, the daddy. Baby, this is tragic. Do you hear me? This is just tragic. Cam just happy it's two of them, and the rest of them don't want nothing to do with the woman. So it's the next day. Emily is waking up, and she's doing her little Cam alone. They haven't reconvened yet. Becca and Austin are waking up. Austin, stop blowing your breath in our face. Honey, talking all close to that camera. I said, I am appalled. I am appalled. If you don't back up, get back. Claire and Cam are actually being Claire and Cam. Emily and Brennan. So, baby, she arrives at his house thinking everything is everything. And, baby, he doing the dishes. I said, oh, he not leaving that house. He just got through doing a fresh set of dishes. He is not leaving that house. So she looking around and he looking annoyed. This man is not interested, Emily. The energy is way off. It's palpable. You can feel it through the screen that he wants to scream, get out. He does not like you. And she also said that she could feel it for herself. The way that he's standing there, rolling his eyes, watching her, he does not like her. The way they just flip like that is crazy to me. It's like he was perfectly fine. And then he just flipped out. But see, that's a dangerous person. You don't want that. You really do not want that. So she's asking about how he is. He's giving these one word answers. He's like, well, I needed this. I feel like we'll reconnect in a few days to discuss when we'll move in. Okay, Brennan, you're starting to tick me off. Stop treating Emily like that. Now, y'all know Emily is my girl. It's something about Emily that I like. I just want you to tell her straight up, just be a man about it. Honey, just like Toni Braxton said when Dr. Dre was calling her from that payphone on that video, just be a man about it. You ain't got a lot of me, okay? If you don't want to be with her, just say that. All this passive aggressive BS, it's counterproductive. Just say, listen, Em, something is off. I don't know exactly what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it was when you said I was boring. But I don't want to be in this right now. So I need a moment to just sit and reflect. And then we'll reconvene when I find my damn mind. Moving forward. There is absolutely no way that I could be Emily. Emily is such a good sport because I would have been gone. I am the exact opposite. You act funny, so do I. Then you never have to worry about me again. I do not play people acting funny with me. You need to use your words with me because you will be wondering why I no longer speak to you. Sir, use your words. She's giving her all and he keeps saying, let's reconvene. You aren't on a break during jury duty. Convene now. Now, convene right now. Claire and Cam. So she's visiting his place and they share their love of rice cakes. Claire isn't too happy with his topping of choice, but she did at least try it. I think it was Vegemite that she tried. And I did hear that it was an acquired taste. So I'm not shocked that she wasn't loving it, but she was a good sport and she did try it. She was looking around his house. He had little traps everywhere. She was like, oh, you have insect traps. He said, yeah, I have spiders. And he made sure to show her, honey. It's for spiders, not roaches. Cam, you ain't fooling me. You was trying to let her know you had them little traps all around, not because of the roaches of it all. I mean, I was looking at Cam's place and I was like, ooh, honey, it's too drab for me. Is that a basement? I don't know. It just, ooh, I couldn't do it. Okay. I couldn't do it. But I was surprised that these two are not the worst couple out of everyone. Now, it didn't really shock me. People were probably shocked to see Brennan flip like that, but I knew it. As soon as I laid eyes on him, he couldn't be trusted. It's a sad day when Claire and Cameron might be our only hope. Over on the other side, Cameron goes to Claire's place. She has a bike, so he's doing what he does best. He's examining it and whatnot. Her dog wants nothing to do with Cam, just like his mommy, Claire. Baby, even the damn dog said Cam got to go. His name is Lenny, and Lenny was not into it. Claire said she was going to take him to her sister so that she doesn't impose on Cameron for the time being. So Cam finds out that Claire is Catholic. He said he's open to being with anyone from any religion, although he isn't religious at all. She said that she's open to hearing his perspective. Okay, at least they're both open. Becca and Austin. So they're on their way to his place. They get there. She's looking around. Y'all know how Becca like to do. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Did you build it by hand? Oh my God, this is cute. Look at the porch. Oh my gosh, it's huge in here. Becca, why are you leading this man through his own house? I said, Becca, if you don't get to the back. Becca was leading him through his own home. Okay, so here's the master. This is where the magic happens. I said, look at Becca. Pink, get to the back. So as I imagined, Austin has a million damn hats hanging on the wall. So he told Becca that he does laundry once a month. So functified. I'm going to start calling you the brat. Once a month, Austin. All them damn sweaty caps and you only do laundry once a month? You must got a lot of clothes because I ain't never heard of nothing like that since college days, honey, because you had to pay to do the laundry and you had to go all the way down and take all your clothes and walk through the snow and the sleet and the hail and everything else to wash them clothes once a month. Okay. So he tells Becca after decision day, maybe they should just move back to their places, until their leases are up. She's like, oh, I'm month to month, so I'm good. He said, well, I live with a roommate, so you can't very well live here. She said, oh, okay, well, what I was thinking is you could just move with me. He said, yeah, do you have a garage? Austin, stop trying to get out of it, okay? Stop. They could have really left this season in the drafts. The only person that likes their spouse is Becca. Becca, you are alone on an island, honey, and read the room. He don't want to live with you. He don't give a damn if you have a garage. That's just something to say so that he can say, well, I'm going to be inconvenienced. I'm going to need to stay here with my roommate. Austin, your roommate knew that you were getting married, so she should have made concessions. What are you talking about? This is nuts. Over on the other side, Lauren tells us that Orion texted her and said that he does not want to continue the marriage, but he does want to continue the process. His ignorant self wants to continue so he can get that stipend, and he ain't fooling me. You're not going to continue the process. The process is you being married to this woman. What are you even saying? Ugh. Lauren, listen, girl. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Cut ties and move on. But side note, through it all, baby, your hair looks good. You look cute, girl. Moving forward. Lauren, I'm going to need you to stand up. I wish I would let an Orion disrespect me and treat me like crap. He would not be able to treat me like no yo-yo. He does not have anything to offer anyway but a headache. Call your daddy, who knew from the jump that he wasn't going to be because all I'm hearing is Alyssa. It's not fair that he gets to stay in the apartment and have all the fun and hang out with everyone. I want to do it too. He's giving Alyssa 2.0. You do not get to divorce and then stay at the shared apartment. Sure. Anyway, Emily and Brennan. So he's still acting funny and she's still wondering why he's acting funny. Pastor Cal is stopping by and she's excited because maybe he can give some insight into what the hell is going on. Brennan is a jerk. I told y'all. As soon as Pastor Cal got there, he jumped right in to figure out why they aren't living together. So they started giving this cockamamie story. And she was like, well, I just feel like there's no need to rush. Ma'am. This is married at first sight. The whole thing is rushed. It's an accelerated process. The two of you should have watched the box set before you actually started this, process because, girl, once you get married, you go to the honeymoon and then you go to the shared apartment. So he's asking if they are invested in the marriage. That's Pastor Cal, that is. And she was like, yeah, I'm invested. So then he asked her if she felt like she was getting back what she put in. She said, yeah. He said, no, you sang that answer. Do you feel it or not? And she was like, I do, but I just feel like we're in different spots right now. So Pastor Cal wanted to get down to it and get into it if we're going to get into it. So he was like, no, I do not want the politically correct answer. I want you to give us TV. That's basically what I got from it. And she's like, no, I'm really being genuine. These are things that are coming to my mind as I'm speaking. She said she likes him. She felt like he liked her in the beginning, but now not so much. So then Brennan goes, the adrenaline from the wedding and everything, it was just good. But after I sat and I really thought about it, I realized that something was off. Like I was realizing it on the honeymoon and it was becoming more and more real. And like, I just don't feel any romance. It got less and less on the honeymoon that I felt anything for her. Well, that ain't what you said when you were taking those tequila shots. And I was just like, wow, this is not fair to blindside Emily like that. He's like, I'm not saying the door is closed. Well, then what is it? You know what? Let's reconvene after this review so you can let me know what the heck it is if it's not you closing the door. Moving forward. So she was like, well, I feel like there's still something there. I just need more emotion. Baby. Now, Emily, okay? My sweet Emily. I know that you've never been in a relationship. And I'll be the friend that you don't have. Because those heifers that you brought with you to look for wedding dresses and that you revealed that you were getting married to, they might redeem themselves next episode. But I'm going to be the big sister that you need. Baby, he's just not that into you. And there is nothing there. Nothing but BS and attitude. Okay? This should not have been your first experience with a relationship. You went from 0 to 100. You went from one extreme to the next. Never having been in a relationship before to, hey, mom, I'm married. Like, no, you really did need some type of practice. I'm not going to say that you didn't. You need some type of life experience to be able to spot the bush. Okay, because I could have spotted him from a mile away. And like I told y'all, once you start acting funny, baby, once I feel your energy, I can feel your energy is funny style through a text. If I feel like you even texting me funny, okay, you do not got to worry about me. Baby, you ain't got to worry about me, and I mean every bit of it. So Pastor Calvin is asking, what's going on with him? He's like, I was looking to gravitate to her, at least wanting to touch her. So Pastor Cal said, so you don't even want to touch her? He said, no. He said, what about on the honeymoon? He said, no. Brennan, you're full of it. But, we called that he wasn't attracted to her weeks ago. But you acted totally different before that joke. And I'm not letting that go. As soon as she said that to him, he started acting different. He has a fragile ego. So Pastor Cal asked if there was anything he isn't attracted to. Brennan said, no, we're not doing that. Now, I have to say this. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I respected that. Because Pastor Cal, why would you ask him that? That's hurtful and it's ignorant. She's right there. She's right there. Why would you look at this man and say, well, is there something you aren't attracted to? What are you going to do? Make her change it so that he can be attracted to her? What were you thinking? What was going to be the outcome of you asking him that? So once he shut him all the way down, he then shifted and asked what he did like. Now, he gave some generic answers, like she wakes up in the morning, she brushes her teeth, she's a stand-up citizen. He was saying something. I was like, goodbye. She actually took it because, again, Emily has not been in a relationship before. She's usually going to Pound Town and back to her town. So she doesn't know what to look for. But I'm telling you right now, that was some generic stuff, and anybody could have said that to you. Your husband should say more. He said he wanted to move in with her, though. If I were Emily, I would just bow out gracefully. I really would. The thing is, men know if they want you romantically. If it's not there, it ain't gonna be there. It's usually not a gray area with men. They either know or they don't know. Most of them. I'm not saying all before everybody get into an uproar. No, they won't. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying. But in this case, if he's not romantically attracted to you, he ain't gonna get there no time soon, child, especially in no 8 weeks. Moving forward. Her sitting there having to listen to this, that was just not cool. I feel so bad for her. Emily, this is nothing that you did, okay? I just want you to know that something is off about Brennan. He has a character flaw. Don't worry about it, girl. Don't worry about it. Cameron and Claire. So they meet with Dr. Pepper's. Side note, I was looking behind them as they were talking to Dr. Pepper, and I just love the view from that shared apartment. I said, oh, look at that view. That is beautiful. So they start to explain to her that it was hard for them to express themselves physically, blah, blah, blah. You know how Claire liked to do. She don't want to touch him. Is he attracted? Is he not? Every season it's a couple afraid to touch each other. Dr. Pepper gave her some prompts, which she already knew. You know, hold his hand, caress his back. I mean, do something, girl. You know what to do. You just playing crazy. Dr. Pepper asked about religion, and Cam said that he was kicked out of church at 10 because he said something that he should not have been saying at 10. He feels like religion doesn't shape children for the world, and Claire respectfully disagrees. I don't see them lasting long term, but at this point, there's not much to work with, and she's playing nice, and they're playing house, and so there's that. Brennan and Emily. She asked him if he's physically attracted to her, like, tell me. She's like, tell me what it is so I can understand. Like, are you physically attracted to me? I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt you. I'm not going to do that. This is TV. I'm not going to do it. Well, baby, we already don't like you. So just bring that thing home. Go ahead and tell her what it is. Because by you not saying anything, in essence, you're saying everything. He was like, I would never say that to you. I just wouldn't say it. She's like, well, you are saying it by not saying anything. I'm just chilling. I'm not saying anything. Brennan, shut up. Okay? Just shut up. So she starts crying in her little interview and saying, you know, she knows it's not a reflection of who she is and she didn't expect this, but she's going to keep trying. Oh, my Emily. Unfortunately, okay, in relationships, sometimes the other person can be a twerp, like Brennan. Like, I know you've never experienced a relationship, but sometimes it's best to just let the relationship go if there is no relationship. And he clearly is not invested. So for the sake of your emotions, okay, because now you can say you have a little bit of experience, take that and apply for the next job. You should be on Love LinkedIn on the commercial break. Baby, I wish I would stay on the job. Don't nobody want me. I will go ahead and leave on my lunch break. Brennan, I don't know if you think you're being nice by keeping silent, but by you not saying anything, it makes it seem like she's Shrek or something. Like, tell her something. There can be a tactful way to let someone down easy, but the way that you're going about it makes it hurt worse. Child, who raised you? Becca and Austin. So it's their turn. Pastor Cal, don't let that close sit and fool you. Ask Austin if he's really in it, because that house visit said no, and he ain't fooling me. Now, I don't know if anybody else sees it, but I hear the things that people don't say. And I'm watching Austin, and I don't think he's into it like that. I think Becca likes him more than he likes her, but he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. He knows she's going through a lot emotionally. He knows she's going through a lot physically, and he does not want to be the douchebag on Lifetime to tell Becca, aka Pink, that, listen, I think we're moving a little bit too fast. I like you, but I just want to pull back a little bit. Now, that's just me. Now, I don't know what y'all getting, but that's what I'm getting. So they start talking about religion, which I think was the theme for this episode. I'm not sure. And, Pastor Cal really got down to the root of some things because Becca started to cry. And she did say she was nervous about being paired with a Christian. Becca then says to him that she is still in like with him because Pastor Cal did ask. And she's like, yeah, I'm in like with him. I got a crush on him. Now, if y'all noticed, Becca answered the questions first, and then Austin chimed in. So Pastor Cal is trying to push love, talking about, do you think you're in love? No. He was like, are you sure? Yes, they're sure. They're not in love. None of these people even really like each other. Talking about, are you sure you're not there yet? We're sure we're not there yet. Moving forward. Orion and Lauren. Baby, this right here is a fool. Again, Lauren, your hair is everything in this scene. You look so pretty. Cheer up, Buttercup. It's going to be okay. So they're meeting with Dr. Pia. And so they sit down, they're talking. She asks, when's the last time you guys met up? So he starts lying, saying, well, we did try, but the timing and everything. Lauren said, oh, well, I see it a little differently. I text you and said when I was available and got no response. The next response I got was that you wanted a divorce. He always lying in front of company. He wants to appear the nice guy and Lauren be the problem. That's what I don't like about him. Sir, you're not the nice guy. We see right through you. So he's like, well, I'm not looking to hurt her. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because it seems like you're looking to hurt her. So Lauren is still sitting here saying, well, I feel like it could work. No, it could not. Lauren, you are starting to frustrate me. Just like Paige from season 12. Shout out to Paige. Paige is expecting. She is in a healthy, happy relationship. Chris who? Okay. And that's what you're going to be like, Lauren. But you got to let Orion go. She was like, I want to be in this, but he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So if you know that, how many times are you going to have to get him to tell you that? He should only have to say it to you one time, and that should be enough. Why does he have to say it more than once? It's clear as day that he playing mind games. So he was like, I wanted to work on the future. I did say that, but that's not specific to us. I just want to work on the future as a whole. He is really making my underarms itch. The amount of manipulation and confusion and gaslighting that he does as he sits up straight and looks whoever he's talking to in the face, you know damn well that you did not mean it that way. So you're going to text her, I want to work on the future. I believe the children are our future. Were you talking about what Whitney and them was talking about? No. You were talking about a relationship. That's what you were leading her to believe. You were leading her on this entire time. Even Dr. Pia was looking like, say what now? Oh my goodness. Dr. Pia was like, well, is it fair to say that you came in here wanting a divorce? He said, yeah, that's fair to say. Here he go again, talking about, I just feel heartbroken. He then blames her again and says they can't constructively talk because of her reaction. Orion, go to hell, respectfully. You are not perfect. You're a gaslighting loser in my eyes, playing with this woman's emotions. I don't like for people to play with other people's emotions. It's hard to come back from that. And you know what? I really do feel like you're a dangerous type of man. The nice guy in public, able to sway others and so that you don't damage your reputation, all while damaging the other person's reputation. I don't trust you at all. Lauren, this is a blessing in disguise. This is an out. Take it. So then Dr. Pia is asking, well, can you guys extend grace and start fresh and let go of what happened on the honeymoon? Why do y'all do this? This should be a wrap. Would you advise your sister to start fresh with an Orion? It's too much chaos too soon. Would you advise her to start fresh with him? So then Dr. Pia is like, do you truly forgive him? She said, yes, I do. She said, what about you, Orion? He said, I'm not sure. Dr. Pia doesn't understand why he cannot give Lauren grace. If I never hear grace again in my entire life, I will be just fine. I'm so sick of hearing grace. Lauren was like, do you want to be with me or not? That's what I need to know. What's going on? No, he doesn't. Orion isn't interested in being with you, Lauren. Now, I have my thoughts, but I'm not even about to go there. But he ain't interested in being with you. Let's just say that. Lauren, you're too good of a person to be wasting time with Orion, baby. Just leave and grab Emily on your way out. Everybody, get a caravan. Claire, you stay because I think you and Bike Man might be all right. Becca, you don't know it, but you need to go too. Becca, Emily, Lauren, everybody get out. So he's saying with everything that happened, he lost all romantic interest. Sir, you never had romantic interest. Okay, I just want to be clear. So Dr. Pia says, Dr. Pia, wrong road. Wrong road. Look at Lauren. Look how she's hanging her head down. Have you seen her smile once since you've been in her presence? Listen to what he's saying. I know y'all are trying to make TV, but these are people's lives. This is her life. It is a wrap. Okay? It's over. So here's Lauren blaming herself again, apologizing for making him lose interest. Girl, F Orion. Girl, F him. Not making him lose interest. You cannot make someone lose romantic interest in you. If they don't got it, they don't got it. He was like, well, I feel like there's chemistry, but no romantic interest. I want a divorce. So Dr. P is like, what does control look like for you? He's like, I'm not trying to control. You have tried to control everything. The narrative, the way that she behaves, the way that you are seen. You have tried to control every single thing from inception. So please cut it out. You did this as an experiment, and in the process, you messed with this woman's heart. I have not been this disgusted with a man since season 12. I mean, there was Elijah and Isaac and his neck tattoo, and there was Aries, but it's Aries or whatever his name was. But at the same time, you are giving real Chris tease. You really are. All right. Nobody is going to put up with all that back and forth. So whoever you find, good luck, Chuck. So Dr. Pia was like, well, do you want a divorce? She said, it doesn't matter. She's like, no, it does matter. It really doesn't. I'm not about to force myself on someone. She said it doesn't matter, and it doesn't. But she did end up saying that she can't wait to be in a marriage with someone that wants to try as hard as she does. He's talking about, I hope you're okay. I wish you the best. Sir, hush. You don't wish her the best. Sitting there looking like Jeffrey the giraffe, spilling all that BS to this woman, taking her on these roller coasters, the emotional roller coaster. There was no reason for that woman to be going on that emotional roller coaster like that with you. This is crazy. He said his biggest fear was hurting her. Yeah, right. You meant to hurt her, and you did. I don't even want to watch no more, honey, because that was the most interesting part of the whole thing, is seeing Lauren and seeing how she navigates this foolery that is Orion. Lauren was robbed, and I am pissed for her because that's unfortunate. Now I got to go over here and watch Emily be mistreated, and I'm glad that those friends are going to get you together next episode, Brennan. You and your wig. Oh, child. And that was the end of the episode. This episode really did tell all. Becca, he's just not that into you. Claire and Cameron, y'all act like brother and sister, child. There is no chemistry. Y'all ain't gonna be kissing. First come love, then come marriage, then come Claire with the baby carriage. It ain't gonna happen. Emily, pack it up, buttercup. And send Brennan on back over there with his dishes and his dish rack and his mom and them so that he can find the woman till death do he part. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. If you didn't watch it, I hope you watched to the end because I filled you in on what is going on. Child, I will catch y'all next episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.